Hola chicos, es su profesor Ricardo Martins y vamos a empezar nuestra clase de conversación en nuestro centro cultural Las Californias.
To talk today about time. Okay, I have many things to do without talking about time. For example, if we start talking about time, maybe I am thinking about in what is free time, what is procrastinating, and what is useful time. Okay, if we talk about time, let's start with this. For example, in my opinion, we have a lot of free time right now, but we really made a good use of the free time. For example, and taking the free time to do some activities to our daily life, it's good or not. For example, if we take our free time to make healthy things, I think our brain and our mind will be ready for for everything. Because if we have a lot of free time, sometimes we feel stressed. And if we don't have a lot of free time, we feel stressed too. What is the balance between having free time or not having free time? In our daily routine, we are always making a lot of things and a lot of work and different activities, and we don't have like free time to spend with ourselves. But right now that we have a lot of free time to spend with ourselves, it comes the feeling that you feel like empty without doing nothing. That's the problem. When you have a lot of free time and you don't spend that free time in nothing, that make you stress. The people feel stress. That's why I think, in my opinion, that the time have to be managed in a good way, not be so obsessive with the time, making your life like a schedule or like a square, that you have to be paying attention of how many minutes you invest in everything, how many minutes you put in this activity, how many minutes you put in another activity, how many minutes you put in, I don't know, next activity. Okay, counting the minutes will be really extremely obsessive for having a free time. But if you manage your time to be, for example, have a little routine, maybe you can have a routine of happiness. In my idea, you have to divide your time in parts. Okay, something that make you really happy, some time to share with other people, some time to be with yourself. How important is be with yourself in the time? For example, having time with yourself is really important. Right now we have a lot of time with ourselves because of the situation, but if we really think about, if we have a time with ourselves in our daily life, could reach to a point that we don't have that a lot of free time with ourselves. Do you count how many times you're alone in your house with you only speaking, I don't know, watching TV or doing a relaxing activity? Maybe you spend a lot of time doing relaxing activities like watching movies or watching Netflix or being in your house, but do you really mind how much time you are, for example, alone? Most of the people also feel stressed when they are gathered all the time with people, and maybe they don't have time to be alone. Okay, family things, they are in meeting, they are meeting each other, the social communication or social sharing that we have all the days. Okay, but having having time for me. What means, for example, doing exercises. I love to do exercises alone, but most of the people used to go to the gym to feel comfortable with the people around, okay, to do exercises because they don't want to be alone doing their own exercises. But another persons used to feel good to go alone, maybe to run or maybe to swim or maybe to go to another places, okay, and have time alone, okay. Could be and having own conversation with yourself. That's great, for example. But talking about continue with the time, okay? And we have three things like free time with ourselves, free time with other people, free time busy doing things, and for example, procrastinating time. I think that our enemy is the procrastinating time because I don't know if you have feel that, but when you have something in mind, you start thinking about that thing, and you never do nothing because you are thinking about and you're spending all your energy in think about that you have to do something, and for example, you put yourself in the emotional way that you go through those things that give you happiness in the moment, and then you forget what you have to do and you are do nothing. Like for example, if you have to do some target, something that you have to follow to, that you have to do, and you sit down in the chair and you prefer, for example, to listen music and watch the roof, you are spending in procrastination time because you are forgetting what you want to do, what you really need to do, and forgetting that what you really need to do is like living the procrastinating time comes the procrastinated demon. It's like having a monkey in your minds playing and saying, oh, it's a good idea, Ricardo, don't follow that you have to do something, or don't go to do that, let's learn, make let's listen to music, or let's going to follow the new videos on YouTube, or let's find in Wikipedia new articles, or let's search on internet something interesting. That's passionate way of distracting yourself of what you have to do. For example, if you have a planning and you follow that planning, it is not that bad a lot. In my opinion, it's bad a lot when you are obsessive with that plan, when you are thinking about all the time to I have only minutes to do that, I need to change my activity, or you get stressed because you don't finish your schedule all the days. That's for me a bad problem when you have those organized persons that have the time limited. But I don't know, the time for me is a perception, okay? Maybe for the artist like me, the time is a perception, but because you feel that, for example, if you are passionate with something, you have all the time of your life for being in that. Maybe when you are dating with somebody, you feel that you are freezing the time, but you forget everything, that the times go slow or go fast, and you need more. For example, when you are enjoying, it's like the time is like a perception. It goes against that things we said about organized plan for everything. I don't know, there will be two types of persons: those persons that are really organized with their plans, those persons that have the time limited for everything, and those persons that are free and feel the time like a perception, like something that you have to spend, like you have to enjoy, and those persons that are procrastinators. Procrastinators is really bad because you feel that you have a lot of time and don't do nothing with that. That's a bad thing, because if you have a lot of free time and you don't spend and you don't enjoy that, that's bad for me. Okay, a lot of busy time or being busy for everything would be also stressful for me. Okay, being occupied, always doing a lot of things, and you don't have time for anything more, and you are, for example, workaholic, or I don't know, a person that are close or trapped in their own business or in their own targets or in their own dealing their problems maybe, or doing whatever, that they don't have time for anybody. That would be not nice, not perfect for me. For me, it's like following the balance, trying to reach the balance. Have that time for you that you need. Have the time to spend in your work, and to end with your task, to follow your task, and to reach to find the way of dealing your problems, or I don't know, to be good with your work, and also have time to relax, to spend, and at the end have a little time to procrastinate. For example, you all the humans have that day that you need to procrastinate and do nothing. Okay? We have days of do nothing. And most of the people that try to have an organized life without those days live stressful with that. Because if you leave your planning for, if you leave your planning schedule day for doing like watching a movie or something, maybe watch that movie in that moment, give that energy that you need to continue with your routine, or something. That time is so special also for you. So having an organized time is really good. Okay, make it like, I don't know, a little schedule or a little planning routine right now to have a healthy mind, trying to not have an excess of things that you have to do. That list is horrible. When you have a big list in your mind that says things I have to do, that's horrible, because you are thinking about all the time about the list, and you don't enjoy your spending time in the moment because you are thinking about the future and the list that you have to do. For example, in that way, you feel like following the procrastination is a way to forget that list. Okay? So we have to have a minimum or something in order to do, for example, the things that we need in our routine, leaving space to breathe, leaving space to be with us, leaving space to share with the other people, to have social living, and also a space to work and to feel realized with everything we do. Like we have to manage our time to have a healthy mind, in my opinion. So if you like the video, continue watching our conversation class and tell me more about how you manage your time or how you manage your daily life or your daily routine. Thank you for coming and have a nice day. Goodbye.